go ahead, do the honors, take the top off. I decided to buy a $600 7-foot RC plane, and we cannot get it out of the car. Alexis picked it up for me in Orlando on her way back. It is New Year's Eve, and we can't get it out now. So how did you guys get this thing to fit? We're gonna have to figure this one out. This is a good problem to have, too big. We got that part out, but still not that, and that's the actual plane. Go ahead, do the honors, take the top off. Let's see my new plane. I sent her on a mission to go pick it up. Oh, wow. Wow. So let's check it out. The B-2 bomber with a full cockpit in there. Can you see the dudes in there? Can you?
Yeah.
That's sweet. And this thing is electric. I ordered the controller, the receiver, the batteries, and that's coming in like 3 days from now because it is New Year's. It's gonna take some time. And then she'll be ready for her maiden flight. All right, so real quick, which one is which? This one goes here on the left, that one goes on the right. So the wing attaches, and then you get that 7-foot wingspan that I was talking about. So it's pretty simple stuff. You get that in there, you plug it in so that you can control the ailerons. You know that word? She didn't know fuselage either. What'd you call it, fuselage? But yeah, that controls everything, and then you just put the screws in. I already did it on that side, so 2 screws and it supports the entire thing. So this tail section goes right on with some glue. They provide everything. Pretty simple, and then you're supposed to take a razor and cut along this right here for the vertical stabilizer. So that's that glass piece, or plexiglass, whatever that is. We're gonna take care of that next. Got my razor. We're gonna cut along this rear line. It says 10 millimeters deep. I'm not gonna go all the way down, and that should be good enough. So just to let you guys know that I'm not BSing about the wingspan, I'm 5'11" and a half. And look at this thing. It is 100% 7 feet. It's taller than me.
A few moments later.
It's 2025.
One week later.
Alrighty, fellas, I just finished up putting in the receiver, binding it to the controller, and also setting up every channel. So when I plug this in, it should go through the sequence, and we should get an idea of what this thing will look like taxiing. I'm not gonna go ahead and launch it today. We are not flying it. I wanna get some practice before I crash a $600 RC plane. That is sick. Oh yeah. So I just did an experimental taxi. Everything's going well. You don't even need that much juice to get it going. So she taxis up well. You can see her right there. I'll turn her all the way right. Then I'll bring her by. This thing just looks majestic. And take a look at that retractable landing gear. It looks really good. Now, of course, I need to test how much juice this thing has, right? Let's go full throttle. Bro, you can see the dirt on the road fly up. This thing definitely has some power. I think it tops out at like 60 miles an hour. Once again, I don't know what's going on with the elevator, because everything else looks good, you know. I don't know, that's weird. I'm probably gonna have to like research that. All right, let's check out this retractable landing gear. Oh, my arm's closing the door, or blocking the door. This thing is a beauty. I cannot wait to get the experience to fly it well and not just crash out the second I get on the sticks. That wouldn't be good. So before I go to the big plane, I bought this one to learn on. We might have to come in for a landing. You guys might know this thing. It's a P51, and apparently it's very good to learn on because it has a lot of gyro, which basically means that it'll adjust for me. So I'm gonna send the first flight, no hesitation. It's also 50 bucks and not 600, so it's definitely something good to learn on. We've got all this open space, let's give it a try. So the elevator's working, doesn't have ailerons, let's do it. Do a flyby? You know what? I think the battery is about to go out. I might have to land it right now. Watch out. Look at that. The battery's low. The starter plane P-51 Mustang is still in the tree. Got a fishing line, a weight, threw it up there, and you can see I'm on the branch. You can see it shaking, but I can't shake it enough to dislodge it and get it to fall. So I threw the weight up there with the line. I am still trying to get it out. Really is my fault for trying to fly it in those winds. It's a small, light aircraft. But again, I wanted to make those mistakes with the $50 one instead of having that happen with the $600 B2. So I'm gonna keep trying to get it down, but it is really lodged up there and really high up. I'm thinking about getting some heavier weights and maybe some thicker fishing line and just yanking on it till it comes down or breaks the branch. You would think that this would happen on the first flight. No, I had a flawless landing. Oh boy, how are we ever gonna get that thing out? I am throwing in the towel officially. You can actually see my weights that I threw up there. They're kind of just like swinging. I'll try to get it on camera. Yeah, you can definitely see that. And I got really close a couple of times, got it on the branch, and it just did not want to come down. It's really wedged in there.
Several days later.
So I went ahead and got another plane because I could not get the other one back. This one was 74. It's another Mustang, but it's 4-channel this time, and it's a lot cooler. I already took it on a test flight, turned out pretty good. I controlled it. It's a little windy today, but we don't have a filmer for another day, so my stepdad's helping me out. They were just gonna send this little plane up there, hope for the best. If it's too windy, it'll crash. If not, it'll be good. Well, you can see some damage that was sustained from the first flight. Didn't record any of it. That was last night. I just wanted to see how it flew. And I had to call off today's flight at this location because it's just way too windy. But check out the box. That's what we're dealing with. The P-51 Mustang. Looks sick. Oh boy. Way too much wind. So the only drawback to that plane is that when you get it out of range, it completely loses signal and it starts flying itself. That's what happened in the video. And then not only that, but you can't really fly it in anything above like what I think 11-mile-an-hour winds. If you go above that, it's not really controllable. It starts lifting like a kite and gets thrown around. So I mean, earlier, that's why I went to a different location. It slowed down the winds a lot and it was more inland. Had no problem flying it. Now I tried to fly it by where I live again in an open park, and it started lifting and going wherever it wanted to, and it lost signal. That's why I started sprinting after it. But I'm gonna continue to practice. I think next up, we're gonna do some stunt flying. So if you guys enjoyed this one, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And obviously we'll be taking the B2, the big one, on the maiden voyage very soon. But flying RC planes is really fun.